Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is your host, Rising Oblivion. Guys, we have even more brand new news when it comes to more of the Persona ports, Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5, that it is confirmed also going to be coming over to Steam and also going to be coming to PlayStation as well. Sorry that this information is coming out pretty late. I know a lot of people have already covered it and talked about it, but I lost power here at my house, so I was unfortunately not able to cover it immediately, so sorry for the sort of late upload on this. But if anything, I can also sort of give you my thoughts on this and talk a little bit more about this. And there is some more recent news regarding physical releases of the Persona 5 Royal for our PS5. So let's go ahead and just jump into everything. So we know we're getting Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable for Game Pass, Xbox Series X and Series S, and the Xbox One, and of course also jumping over to Windows. Now, we already know that stuff. A lot of people had questions about what Windows meant exactly. Windows, they mean by that being the actual Windows store, like the Microsoft store that you can buy your games from. A lot of you, if you've ever had to get Microsoft, you know, just other applications, a lot of times that stuff is in there, but not to mention also the Bedrock version of Minecraft, you also have to get it through there as well. That's the exact same place you'll be getting this. And of course, now we have confirmation that Persona 5 Royal and Persona 3 Portable is also going to be jumping to Steam as well. You know, Persona 4 Golden's already been there for 2 years, but we can have them all on Steam. I know a lot of people were wanting it to just be specifically Steam. They didn't like it being on Windows. I personally don't care if it's Epic Games, Windows, whatever. As long as it's just easy for me to access the game, I'm happy about that. But it is nice to have them all sort of put together, bundled nicely together on Steam. Hopefully they do some sort of bundle deal where we can get them all together, or get maybe Portable and P5 together in some sort of deal or something like that for those, because we already know that the, you know, Persona 4 Golden's already on Steam, so why not bundle P5 and like P3 together or something like that. That would be nice. But let's go ahead and jump into some more news here. So Persona 4 Golden is going to be having a PS4 release, and Persona 3 Portable is also going to have a PS4 release as well. But here's sort of the catch here. From what we could tell, there's no physical releases for this that's going to be jumping over to the PS4. It looks like Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable, unfortunately, are not going to have physical releases. They are pretty old games, and I think a lot of people didn't expect there to be physical releases. I think just based off of what we had with SMT3 and how we saw that there was a physical release for that, I think a lot of people expected there to be something like this, especially with the success that Persona 4 Golden had on Steam. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they want a lot of physical copies on console, right? I think a lot of the big collectors, like myself personally, and a lot of the other, you know, big influencers on the, you know, just community, I think wanted to have a physical release. I know I would have been happy with a physical release just because, you know, just being a collector, it's nice to have that kind of stuff and just to experience having a physical, you know, thing to actually, you know, something tangible to hold on to. It's pretty nice. But we do know for sure that the PS5 release of Persona 5 Royal is going to have a physical release. They already have shown screenshots and placeholder art and things for it. I'm going to have that up on screen right now just so you can take a look at that. We know for sure Persona 5 Royal is going to have a physical release for the PS5, and I think it has actually got a name, Persona 5 Royal Remastered, I believe is the official name for that. I'm not 100% sure. I know a lot of people are talking about it on Twitter. I tried to look up more things for that. It is a translated thing, so it could potentially change in due time whenever we get close to that. Again, October 21st is when we're going to be able to have Persona 5 Royal on Steam, all the Xbox stuff. Basically, Persona 5 Royal is going to be the first ones to come out, you know, it's going to be coming out everywhere first, October 21st. So the physical copies more than likely are going to be ready for pre-order here soon, seeing as how they already have some listings and you're already able to start seeing it on websites and have place order art and stuff like that. More than likely pre-orders for the Persona 5 Royal for the PS5 is going to be jumping here pretty soon, which is nice, and I'm happy about that. I'm glad that they're at least doing one of these things physical, and a lot of people are wondering what does it mean exactly, how's it remastered, what's going to be changing. More than likely it's just going to be also running at 60 frames. If you get these games and also play it on Steam, you also know you're going to be having it at 60 frames, or Windows or the Xbox you know, Series X or S or whatever, you're going to be jumping these up to 60 frames. They are turn-based games, so you might not necessarily absolutely need to have 60 frames for these, but it will look nicer and it will look smoother. However, how well it looks, I'm not 100% sure. A lot of people were talking about how Persona 3 Portable might look kind of bad. So people in my Discord were talking about that. The fact that they use like AI artifacting and whatnot, it might not look the best, but they are pretty old games the way I see it. I'm still happy that we just have this. However, there are small things that we can talk about and notice that aren't perfect. A lot of people wanted to have Persona 3 FES and not have Portable, which I understand, but just the fact that we got anything makes me happy. And of course, this would not be a Persona port video without talking about Switch. So I know a lot of people, King Goomba out there, everybody else on Twitter who's talking about it. Why is there no Switch port? Why is there nothing here? Guys, keep in mind, Atlus hasn't even made a video about this stuff jumping over to PlayStation or anything yet, really. So don't expect the Switch thing to happen yet already as well. There still is time for them to announce more things. Persona 5, the Royal, it's not even going to come out everything until October 21st, the end of October basically. So we still have a lot of time, guys, until we get to there. We also have the Persona 25th Times this month. More than likely, we're going to have a lot of announcements and stuff there. We could get the Switch ports and everything announced there. It might not happen at all. Who really knows? I'm not a person who's necessarily wanting there to have to be, you know, a Switch port for all this stuff, but I get where people are coming from. I get why people want to have one. I think it would be cool and interesting for us to have one, but I'm not necessarily, you know, sitting here wishing that there has to be, you know, a Switch port or something. Because at the end of the day, the fact that we're getting these on modern consoles and we're getting it on Steam, it's just so nice. Especially as a content creator or a person who just likes to stream these games. It can be so difficult sometimes having to set up the Elgato to the PS3 to play something like P3, or you have to download an emulator and do all that kind of stuff. Then you're not officially helping Atlus that way, which, you know, we kind of just had to do what we had to do at the time. I don't blame anybody for having to emulate, but now the fact that we have a legit way to do this is so nice. And before I wrap things up here at this video, I mean, like I said, I'm ecstatic. I seriously don't know. I cannot like say enough about how happy I am to finally have these games somewhere just playable. I'm probably going to have to buy them multiple times over on Steam and on console, and it's awesome. The fact that now we can also use the Steam Deck to play these games on Steam, it's just amazing. So even if you did want to have them portable, you could use a Steam Deck. It might come to Steam Deck first before Switch. Who knows? That's like crazy to think about, but hey, maybe it'll happen. I don't know. I still think Switch will get it. I'm not hoping, I'm not like sitting here demanding that Switch has it, but it probably will end up happening in the future. But one more thing I want to talk about before we wrap this up here is prices, what we think it's going to be, right? Think about what Persona 4 Golden was on Steam. It was around $20 to get that game on Steam, which, to be honest, for a pretty old game, for what it was, I mean, it is upscaled. It looks a teeny bit better. However, it's still a pretty old game, right? It's a PS2 game. Like, let's just be honest about it. And P3 is a PS2 game as well. I would assume that portable on Steam is also going to be $20 and probably bundled together. They'll probably do some deal where you get P3, P4, and P5, I'd imagine, on Steam. However, I think Persona 5 Royal on the PS5 more than likely is going to be that $60 or $70 because it's a next-gen, you know, version. Royal came out at $60, so I wouldn't expect them not to have this be a full-price game. More than likely, P5 on the PS5 is going to be the full $70 or whatever it is for like next gen. So I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if it's full price. However, P3 is probably going to be $20. Then they'll probably do some kind of bundle deal where maybe you can get like the games for $80 together or $60 or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. I hope it's pretty cheap. Again, two of these are PS2 games. One's a PS3 game that had additions added onto it. Like, let's be honest about what we have here. But either way, I'm happy. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. Please like and share this video to help, you know, the algorithm, because I was so late on this and the power outage and everything. I'd appreciate it a lot, guys, but thank you all so much for watching.